In this video, we're going to answer your question, which Stable Diffusion versions or generative AI versions work for you. And from beginning, we have three different primarily group of those. One, that it does not require any installations. It's more as a service provided as applications or on the web services. And you may be familiar with those like from Stability AI, Dall-e 3, Midjourney, Night Cafe, Mage, and we'll look a little bit closer on them later. But those ones is as a services, most of them using Stable Diffusion as an engine on a back end, and many of them will use the models that free available downloaded if you use local installations. So this is one group. Another group, it is come as a packages. So it's meaning you need to install on your local machine, but it's much easier installations, and it also help managing for you those packages. So you almost don't need to go inside the file structure and try something tweak and modify by yourself. So it's kind of remove this deeper knowledge. And we have a third one group, which are mostly hands-on. In many cases, it will require you to go modify some files to understand how it's work. But of course, with all this great power come great responsibilities, and responsibilities to understand how the code work. And mostly with those programs, it's where I receive a lot of questions from people asking questions like, my stuff does not install it, I have an error, this and all this. That one category, it's provide the most power you can have it. However, it is also required from you the better understanding of the system. So let's go ahead from all of them and look around. And by the way, just one small quotation on the top. With the self-installations, we also will look on Google Collab or similar services, which is not hosting on your machine, but it will require somewhat understanding how it's work. Okay, let's go look on the services that are available online, and we'll say the one of the most easiest to use. Of course, it's a lot of stuff beginning with a Stable Diffusion and their site Stability AI, where you can actually go in there and try to use the image, video, audio. So they have a different models you can play around. Like image, you do need prepay credits, so they have some free, but mostly you'll need to buy the service from them. And tell you true, many services like this will give you some credits, but they also hope you will buy more credits and use them. A little bit not Stable Diffusion, but services that will provide you a quite bit easy way to work. It is one, of course, Dall-e 3, and it is familiar if you're using before like Open Chat or Chat GPT inside. This is same from OpenAI company who does. And by the way, Dall-e 3 functionality also available for the premium, or if you pay and subscribe on Chat GPT, so you can just type in and render image. Same things what you can do with Dall-e 3. However, how said, this is the pay service, so you actually needed pay to create some art. However, you don't need to purchase from OpenAI because Copilot from Microsoft, it is using ChatGPT, Dall-e 3. Microsoft invest, I don't remember how much money, but they own like most half of the company OpenAI, if I'm right, and I can be wrong on this. But with this, you can access Copilot from Microsoft and have it all the functionality of ChatGPT and Dall-e 3 in here. So don't just run and purchase that one. Okay, another one is big in the generative art, and this kind of their own system. They're using their own interesting model. It's a Midjourney, and Midjourney did before a huge splash and boom between all digital artists. They start freaking out because if you look on this, it's generating stunning work, and it's creating better and better. The only withdraw with a Midjourney use it, they heavily rely before on the Discord. However, with new Midjourney Alpha, they're converting more towards just a web interface, so you don't need to have a Discord for this, which is make much easier to create and manipulate with the images, like using your own photos and other stuff. And Midjourney, on my opinion, they're one of the top quality of the image that can generate. But of course, the Dall-e 3 come very close. In some cases, extremely close, even not better in some cases. And if we look again on some Stable Diffusion models that you can use it, like SDXL or New Turbo. They very impressive models. They are a little bit narrow compared to Midjourney, but it's the reason is how Midjourney utilize their own model. And I believe it Midjourney have it multiple clusters, which is depend on your prompt. It will pull out special data set and work on this. But again, that is a black box. I don't know what is going inside the Midjourney. I just know this is very easy to use, and you type prompt on top and you can get it a very stunning images. Okay, beside this kind of different, now we're going to move towards Stable Diffusion actual versions. And one, of course, you can see it a nice cafe. And I work with nice Night Cafe for a long time. Big plus about Night Cafe, they actually constantly try to upkeep it with a current trend. So like right here, you can create videos. You can even train your own model with your own photos and create all the stuff. So it's there. They're utilizing latest SD, XL models and everything. They utilize credits for this. So you need kind of collect. You can purchase them. However, like I have it over 1,000 credits and I did not purchase any of them. So they constantly give you, like every day, they give you credits. You can collect them. You can participate in specific activities. They have it like create this, create that, and they award you with this. So you can play around with this and get it free credit. So how say, I never purchased from them, but I don't use them heavy. If I do, I probably will purchase from just for the reason to pay the developers and upkeep services. But general, that is a great things to try to start. And they have it very many models inside here as well. If you go in create mode, you can see right here they have it all the prompts, all different models, animations, and so on. So this is very nice application, and it's utilize Stable Diffusion. You don't need to do any installations here. The only input you can do if you want to use photos or other things. Very similar to this, it's a Magespace. The difference between them, Magespace little bit more pushing the boundaries, and I mean you can render anything. Well, to some extent, but you can render those not safe for workplace images. You can render some other stuff, and they have it all tons of models. Of course, majority of the models they come from areas like Civet AI, where you can go and download by yourself different models. And the Civet AI, it's a very nice collection. So there were people put it free and some pay models, very high quality models of them, and LoRa's and other things. So we'll look on this a little bit later when we're going to look on more local installation. But general, all these models you can find here. It is with a Magespace. And Magespace, I don't believe it, they utilizing their own models. They're all models from other areas, but it is very wide collection of them. So you can see right here, you can scroll and see how many. Notice they all upgrade to Pro. So what is meaning? I'm on free, and with a Magespace, you can try for free. You can render as many as you want it if you utilize SDXL or Stable Diffusion 2.1 or 2.1 or 1.5. So there you can render as many as you want it. But if you want to utilize anything more like inversions, ControlNet, LoRa's, or different models, then you do need it upgrade to Pro. And it's not very expensive, but again, that is enough money. But try here Stable Diffusion Basic. You can do this here as well. And next, another in this kind of categories, it's Leonardo.ai. And I work with Leonardo.ai for a long time. I like how the interface, you can create your models. I train my models here. I did a lot of stuff. So very similar to other ones. And this is, we come to the point that many services online, they will be provide almost exactly the same functionality. And the reason is why, because they're running Stable Diffusion on a backend with a very similar installation. So you won't see that big different. What you will see is different how many credits they give it, what kind of models they will allow you to do. Sometimes they have their own tweak, like for example, Leonardo AI, you can have it a little bit better on outpainting tool and other things as well. They provide special texturing, 3D texturing, which is kind of very cool on the model. Does not work very well, but it's a nice toy to play around with this. And you can see as well, they have some different little bit layout, so it depends what you like it, but general, they will be very similar. And I won't go through all this different, because I'm daily receive emails from other services says, hey, we just opened a new one, can you show, can you do test or other things? And it's a lot of them. I mean, almost anyone who have some GPU farm and convert maybe from Bitcoins now to this, they can open and create another service online for you. Just select, see which one you like it, what interface you use it. But this is our first category where you don't need to install with Stable Diffusion. All what you need to do is just go there, play around. Most of them have very good tutorials online, interactive, so they can lead. If you don't know how to use it, I have videos about, link will be down below, and speak about link down below. Right here, what you can see, all these links will be down in description. So don't worry about remembering a name or anything. Go down there and click. And as long you're going through the descriptions, and if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. Your subscribe, your likes, it's help a lot to work with this evil YouTube algorithm to help my channel a little bit growing and pushing a little bit more. And I will greatly appreciate if you do so. Okay. Now let's go to another category, and another category it is when you require local installations on your machine, but you can do with a packaging system. And when I speak about packaging system, it is very, in some case, easy right here. For example, Pinocchio, you just download one file, you click and it's installed. And it's multiple services that will do great job. For example, right here we have it Pinocchio. Another one is Stability Matrix, and just showing you example. So right here we have it Pinocchio, and then you can notice when it's run in a screen. Actually, let's go on the Pinocchio screen so we can preview here. And you just run this application, and notice I have it installed Stable Cascade. You just install very easy packages by going, for example, in Discovery, and you can see which are 5 different versions. This way, you kind of don't need to go and try to install all the different like Git, like Python and everything, all libraries. This will handle for you most of them. And by this, it's just easy kind of install. However, we have a little bit problem with this because it does for you a job on the background and install all different packages. Or if you use then Pinocchio, or for example, if you're using like in a Stability Matrix, you can see right here all these packages install. It's fine, but in many times they will have their own installation. So it's meaning you need to require much larger space of the hard drive. They try sometimes fixing this by going and creating subfolders packages. Like right here you can see Stability Matrix, it's create packages, and inside packages it's have all of this what install, like Comfy UI, Focus, Forge, and other ones. Don't worry about all those names, we'll little bit cover them when we go with individual installations, but you can see all these different flavors of Stable Diffusion, they're installed there. And they try minimize some of the space by creating a general area for the model. So all of these different type of the installations can address same model, same checkpoints, same LoRa. So you kind of try to save on a space. As I said before, this is kind of nice bad things because configuration in one area. If something going wrong, it's possibly can go wrong for everything. And as well, it does not allow you some flexibility. Like for example, in Stability Matrix, when you run one instance of the Stable Diffusion, it doesn't allow you to run anything else, like not Comfy UI or other things. So it says, say, hey, you utilize already some enough memory, we don't allow you to run anything else. If you run by yourself, you can run and Stable Diffusion and Comfy UI at the same time. You just need to be smart not to utilize both of them or render at the same time. So you depend on your GPU memory. You have more control about what you want to do. Here is a little bit locked. And other things, sometimes if library get not updated, it's maybe have some problems with this, and it's much harder to find where it's locating. What I mean by harder to find, like right here, if you look on the Stability Matrix right here, you can see it's create packages, and inside packages we can go inside, and they have it, of course, same structure as before. You have it models, and inside models you have it same kind of models, but if you look on top, we have it another global models. And sometimes get confusing. Where does the checkpoint going? Does it going to this directory or this? And some of those special add-on extensions, like in Automatic 1111, they will says install in specific directory or go there. So you still do hands-on, but it's much harder to navigate because you don't know specifically where it's located, and it's look different. But it does not happen very often. So if you think you want to run independently from internet, you want to run on your local machine, then I would recommend for you to look on this type of packages that install it. And personally, I'm using Pinocchio. I use it Stability Matrix. Different between two of them, they are very similar, but Pinocchio provide you, I will say, more variety of different packages and not just a log to generative image AI kind of applications. So it's provide you way more interesting ways you can play around with different AIs with Pinocchio. The Stability Matrix provide little bit better interface in my opinion, but they only log to what generative image applications they currently available in their packaging. So they're both kind of plus and minuses. I will say if you're going just with care about generate images and you want to use like Comfy UI, or want to use it Forge Stable, or you want to use Stable Diffusion, Automatic 1111, some like this, or Invoke AI, if you want to use any of those packages, or at least try to use them, then I will say the Stability Matrix is probably work better for you. If you think you will do something more than just images, then definitely try Pinocchio. And also I found out in a Pinocchio, they are a little bit ahead of the Stability Matrix when it's new kind of package appear or anything, so they're a little bit faster to put it on, but it does not guarantee that is necessary, won't have any problems. So this is cover some of the packages systems. And of course, this is not packaging, not just applied like to this collection. So you can have it packages with different installations. For example, if you try to install like Comfy UI, a lot of time Comfy UI come in one package. You just single click and install. Or the Stable Forge, or this one is even only one click. So you just downloaded one package and it contains everything inside. It's have it Python inside. It's have it FFmpeg. It's have it all necessary components just inside all package. So it's very easy for you, just one click and install. So it will take care of on this. Problem with packages as before, and you notice I says it will install Python. So I end up right now have it 6, 7, 8 installations of same Python, because each package installing Python locally. They don't want interference with other stuff. And in this case, it's not necessary efficient for hard drive, because now I have it all different versions Python. Of course, they after updating, or they pull out latest code from Git when I launch them and I try upkeep. But again, why I need to update 8 times? And I understand why they're doing it's all for good things, because they want to isolate environment. You know, you don't want to have it some environment sharing with something because other application may affect it and now you don't work. And it's much easier to do this way with creating all of these containers. If you're familiar with this terminology, create container for your specific application and run there. So I understand why they're doing this, but in my case, I kind of not necessarily agree with this approach. I'm more for the optimizations when it's going with this. But general, right here, you have this package installations. Okay, let's go back to now individuals installations. And individual installations where you have a specific flavor or specific pack of the Stable Diffusion, and you like to install it. And there you have it many new ones, very nice upcomers, and you have it kind of like older dogs. I don't know how you call them. And of course, one of them first, who I remember when it's come up, everyone was so excited because it is the first Stable Diffusion where you can run any UI without worry this command line stuff and everything, and it was automatic 1111. It's still up to date, it's still going very strong, and I still think it does provide nice interface that many things copying this, very easy access. It's got a huge library on the extensions. You can do animations, you can do face, everything. And it's most important, very many videos, tutorials there online for you to check them if you have any problem. So it's a lot of documentation, a lot of things, support. So this is kind of nice, but that is utilize the classic kind of UI interface. It's been classic. You have it your prompts, you have it your image, and you have it your sliders. So this is generic, almost 90% or 99 even maybe percent of the Stable Diffusion interface will look like this. And if we want to step a little bit more to modern approach with a node approach, then you probably want to look on Comfy UI. Comfy UI utilize a nodes, or you can see right here as a segment where you can connect between them. That is provide very good visual understanding of the flow inside the Comfy UI, and it's provide you more flexibility how you can set. For example, in automatic 1111, you cannot very easy go and create connect between width and height. You cannot very easy take it another module. You need to install extension, and if extension supported, it may give you ability to add control net or other elements. So you kind of lock almost to this area. With a Comfy UI, you have much more flexibility to put specific module, custom module or anything, and utilize the connections and create that flow. I will say if you are more in experimental, if you like to play with combinations without worry too much about coding, then Comfy UI probably is your tool, because it is allowed you visually see how everything flow, how they're connecting between nodes. And beside, it does have it built in some protection, so you cannot connect some like V, for example, to output image, or you cannot connect clip to the for example, let's say X or Y or some other sizes. So there are have some basic check approval on node connections, and it's very nice. I will put it link down below for you if you're interested in Comfy UI. I have some videos for the beginning how you can start with this, and just simple explanations what you should do. So go ahead, check that, be sure you're there. Okay, and right there, same to install this. It's very easy. Just go to the links as provided down below and just click and install locally. And of course, as you installing this, you will require for automatic level and Comfy UI or other things, you will require some basic things installed in a machine. And basic, what I mean, like a Python language. And of course, the Python language is very easy. You just go to the python.org download, link down below, and you can download latest versions. There also, I recommend for you to go and download a Git. The Git is a application, if you're not familiar, that allowed you to connect a repository, remote repository, and pull out the files from this. Also, it's helped to update very easy and automated all of this installation of new file. So this is think about connector to remote repository. And of course, as you're downloading other things, I will recommend a couple other applications for you. One, it is from Topaz Lab. I do like a lot, and I did compare with this Photo AI and Video AI. I did purchase by myself. They did not send me any copy of this. I wish they did. It was kind of nice. But you can find a lot of often time on sale, and I'll provide link down below for you. And this is actually to upscale images. I know Stable Diffusion had upscale inside, but almost every time when I use it, I'm not happy with the result. It does upscale, but it does not give you, for some reason, this correct upscale. It or remove too much details, becomes smooth on this. This one I found it's work great with images and with video, what is most important right now, because I do more with the AI videos. This has allowed me to change frame rate, to allowed me to change scale and everything. So I highly recommend this one. Another ones which I recommend, it is Get It Shutter Encoder, link down below. It's free application, but it's allowed you to take, for example, a sequence of images and combine them in one video, or take video and put it in a sequence of images, which is very useful when you start using with control net and you want to use it segmentation of the file. But if you don't have it this, it's fine as long you have it this, and many will require for any animations with Stable Diffusion. It is FFmpeg. Again, that is a free. You can download this application. It's all what does. It's allowed you through the API calls disassemble image to video to multiple images, or combine all images in one. So this is kind of support applications that I recommend for you to go and download. And on the last one, another things I want to show you to install it. So we have it Comfy UI, we have it Automatic 1111. You can very easy install on a package, and be sure check my videos and tutorials on how to do this if you're not familiar with this. And also next one, it is new. It's a Forge, Stable Forge. You can see Web UI Forge. This is a newer one. It's a flavor on Automatic 1111. So they just add additional libraries, which does work faster, and it's work actually faster with older cards. So it's focusing on this. And we have a test. I running a 3090 card, and NVIDIA, and I have it other friends who running 2870, I think, older, and I don't see that much different in performance on my card, but on his it's make a huge difference. And also mine have a 24 gigabyte VRAM, his have it on 8 gigabytes. So on the older and smaller VRAM cards, the Forge is make a big difference. So if you have older cards and you have a problem to running something new like SDXL model or other things, be sure you're getting the Web Forge, okay? And this is very easy, very simple installation. This is what I was showing, one-click package install it, but in it will install it Git and Python by itself in that specific container. So if you have it installed in other areas, that will install local. And because it does install in this container for these applications, it also will kind of find the path, so you don't need to worry too much about this. Keep this in mind. And let's wrap up with last step. It is a Collab from the Google. And reason why I say the last, because sometimes maybe you don't want to install locally, but you want to think around, you want to work with code and everything. And by using notepads, and you can see right here, I have some of my notepads from summer of last year ago. Wow. Okay. So some of the notebooks you can create it, and you can put it for free. You can use it Google Collab when you can run the code. There, I will say it's a last step, because this will remove it. And Google Collab, you can have a free service. So they have a pay tier, but free tier will work just fine, just a little bit slow maybe. And you can run here, but you cannot run every package what you have it there. You need to run only special notebooks that is designed for this. And beside that, I found many times I do need to play around with Python code inside to make it work. It's have more hiccups with kind of when you start working. Some packages that's not allowed by Google. It's have a lot of way more problems there. But if you if you have no choice, this is actually a good way to do it for free online. Just play around. If your computer, for example, cannot run anything, if you have an older, slower computer or other things, so this is actually not bad way to do it. Well, I hope you find this video useful. If you do, please subscribe, thumbs up. Remember, let's beat this YouTube algorithm together, okay? I'll need your help on this. Well, thank you again. Be sure to check for more video, and have a great day.